Okay, it's 12:30, it's time to start the meeting. First item on the agenda is called, pledge of allegiance and roll call. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Debbie Hines.
Here.
Kevin Bookout. Dennis Brennan.
Here.
Pam Carey.
Here.
Tim Dixon.
Here.
Tim Henley. Brandon DeBoer.
Here.
David Mears.
Here.
Clayton Tangle.
Here.
And Scott Wilson.
Okay, you got your email of the minutes from September 3rd meeting. Do I have a motion to approve or any changes?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve
A second.
and a second. All in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We have no old business, new business. Application 205, final plat review, Hilltop Hideaway, applicant S. Derrick Jones, Sterling Engineering, property owner, Loudon County Habitat for Humanity LLC, tax map 40, parcel 16404, zone P1, professional and civic district. Anybody here from Habitat?
Yes, good afternoon.
Hello.
I don't know if we want to go through any of the check marks, but it's my understanding that everything is in order for us to proceed with final plat. Is that right?
We have a few comments that we're verifying in the field. The applicant's been responsive to kind of a final checklist that we're doing final inspections for, and should be receiving some third-party inspections that we talked about for the roadway. And so once all of that is received, staff will apply signatures to the certification sections.
So we're all
So
set on this.
Inform, they've revised everything as we.
And if a letter of credit was needed, we're in position with Southeast Bank. So that's, if anything comes up where you all need that, we're ready to move on. Yes.
So you all are happy with everything with comments?
We are happy.
Do I have a motion to, any more discussion? Have a motion to approve or deny?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve? Any second?
A second.
Have a second? Have a motion to approve and a second. All in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Madam Chair, before I step away, I'd like to add a few comments of thanks and gratitude for this body, of course, seeing this through to its completion, but especially the staff and the leadership for the city. They've been very accommodating and cooperative and clear with their communications, and we're happy to see Lori here. She's seems like a good hire, and so we're thrilled with that. Michael's been very, very helpful along the way. I also want to call out Mayor Harris for his leadership during the entirety of this process, as he's helped navigate some of the particulars along the way that have helped see us through. So we're really appreciative of the partnership and looking forward to building some homes.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, next item on the agenda, application 178, request for annexation. Applicant and property owner Ruth Diane Aller, tax map 40P, Group A, parcel 8.0, R1 low density residential district. Okay. Hi there.
Ruth Aller.
Uh-huh.
And this is my son, Paul King. He'll be one of the people who will be moving into this area. I just wanted to say a few words. We have made all of the applications, we've gone to all the different entities that we've been told to. It's been a procedure that's taken almost 3 years for us to get straightened out on just where the roadway was. We couldn't annex unless we were on public highway or public road,
Is this the one back, what's the road name?
Old Drive.
Okay,
The
okay.
very end of it. And I was told first that I was not on that road. And then after going to all the different people, the highway department, everyone, we went through all the records back to 1964. Finally found on one of them that it mentioned that Old Drive went 100 foot beyond the Loudon's property, which was in the city. And so that made us eligible to apply for annexation. So after going through all of that, we just wanted to let you know that our whole purpose of being there was to bring in my son and his wife and my granddaughter and her son. And the 3 of us would be on the 5 acres. And my surveyor went through, set up another survey on it showing that particular layout that could happen. And so I'm hopeful that you will annex us and will be a part of the city. My family goes back to early 2000 when my great-great-grandfather lived over in Morristown. And I have had ties with Tennessee all my life and just haven't lived here permanently. And I'd like to do that now. My son, I want to thank my son for all of his help. I want to thank the mayor and all of the city employees that have been so helpful for us, answer our questions, give us our directions on where we need to go. I'm just leaving it open to you. If you have any questions, maybe we can answer those today. And be glad to do whatever we need to do to finally get this annexation through. So that's about all I have to say. Thank you very much for your time.
I see the plan of services. Any other questions with what they're doing?
If you have any questions, you have a copy of the plan of service there. The applicant's here, staff is here to answer any questions you may have about any of the application.
And the way it's divided up, you all are good with? Okay. Anybody have any more questions about the annexation request?
The write-up was well done, very
Yeah.
clear, so I do not.
Okay. And this is for us to send to city council. We're not approving it, we're just approving it to send it to city council. So, do I have a motion to approve or deny?
We're looking for a recommendation for.
Yeah, recommendation for,
council.
that's the word.
For the zoning and the plan of service.
So how many acres is this?
It's 5 and they're gonna do 3
Okay.
lots.
You wanna do what?
3
3
lots.
lots? Okay.
I make a motion, we approve, making a recommendation based on the plan of services and the plan submitted for this to be.
Second on the motion.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
City council's next.
Thank you.
Okay. On anything we've done, do we have any additional public comment? Okay, we have our calendar for next year. I had it. January and July are the only real problems. Well,
I just wanted to give you an option for January.
Yeah.
July's really the one that,
it's really on the 7th. I think we're good unless somebody has a problem with the 7th. And July, it falls on the 1st and that's the long holiday and everybody will be off on Friday. Do we gotta do it on the 8th?
I prefer the 8th.
Me too.
No problem.
Okay.
Does that work for staff? 8th of July?
The 7th of January and the 8th of July.
We're
Make
here
y'all-
to serve you.
Okay,
We just need to know for postings and
Right.
all of that, so we just wanted to know which days.
okay. So do I have a motion to change January, keep January on the first Monday on the 7th, or Wednesday on the 7th, and July we'll do it on the second Wednesday on the 8th.
So moved.
So moved, have a second?
Yes, sir.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Let's see y'all on those dates. Okay. Do I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Motion.
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. This is for the Board of Zoning Appeals. Can I have a roll call, please?
Debbie Hines,
Here.
Brandon DeBoer,
Here.
Kevin Bookout, Pam Carey,
Here.
Tim Dixon,
Here.
Tim Henley, Dennis Brennan,
Here.
David Mears,
Here.
Clayton Pangle,
Here.
and Scott Wilson.
Okay, you had your minutes from the last meeting for September in your packets. Are there any corrections or changes? Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Okay, I have a motion, I have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, Board of Zoning Appeals, new business. Application number 210, 125 Hillview Lane, 3% variance to increase the driveway slope from 10% to 13%. Section 14-310.10, applicant American Home Place, property owner Daniel Gregory, tax map 48, group A, parcel 23. Okay. You wanna tell us about it?
We're just trying to get a variance to not to avoid retaining walls that try to save this homeowner tons of money. Pretty much puts him out of building if we can't get that variance.
Okay. Staff?
We received the attached site plan, that exhibits an improved slope, for that site. It does have, topographical, constraints that he's suggesting would otherwise require additional, retaining walls or other ways to address this slope.
Anybody on the board have any questions or?
I don't know if there's any driveway in that part of the subdivision that doesn't have a variance
Yeah.
for slope.
I agree.
It's East Tennessee.
Well, that subdivision specifically.
Yeah. Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the variance?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. You're good. Okay, the next item is the same type issue, application 212, 2145 Chestnut Lane, 7% variance to increase the driveway slope from 10% to 17%, section 14-310.10, applicant Reginald Bell, property owner David Whitmore, tax map 23K, group E, parcel 36.
Great day. My name is Reginald Bell.
Okay,
I have a few handouts, if that will help.
I think we may have it. And we've got photos.
Yeah.
Dad?
I also came up with a solution to mitigate the issue some.
Okay.
It's inside the packet. I don't know if it's.
Talking about the driveway profile that you,
Yeah.
Yes,
There.
yes.
Yeah.
No, not that driveway.
not that one.
No, not that
Oh, you've got a different
one. I
one?
have a different,
Okay.
where it has a switchback.
Yeah.
I think so.
Thank you.
I got the last one.
I'm trying to think, trying to.
Hey, we can share, we'll share it. Here. No problem.
That's good.
Thanks, Britt.
What I propose is that you bring the driveway in further to the left and you create a switchback with retaining wall on that side. You want to lessen the steepness because from the garage to the street is gonna be.
Okay, let me give them a second to look at it.
I also included a VDOR report that shows the steepness in that area.
Okay.
Is there a grade change from the first proposal to the second?
No,
So
it's
does the
the same.
switchback change the grade at all?
Yeah, it will change the grade coming back up that side, yeah.
What will be the new grade compared to the one that you provided to us?
So what I provided to you, the grade is very steep. I didn't get exact numbers only because we don't really know until we start cutting it out. And we didn't start cutting it out until I got some time.
Would be more than the 17%?
I don't know. I can't honestly say that. I mean, it's East Tennessee. I've done driveways about 25% in Superior County. So,
So just from the diagram, the retaining wall runs here
yes,
and the switchback goes here,
the
right?
switchback comes back.
So the garage is not visible from the face of from the road, it's visible from the
It's
side.
visible from the
Understood.
side.
Okay, I see it now.
You could also be requesting a reduction of 5 foot. In order to achieve this, the 5 foot buffer would need to be eliminated.
That buffer is something called out by the ARB and Tennessee National. So I submitted the same paperwork that you all have to them.
Does Tennessee National had any input into this with you all?
I personally haven't received any
They,
feedback from.
they have some, have talked about it some, but I think this is what we have today is not what we reviewed to put on the agenda.
Right.
I wish we had it a little sooner, but, I don't know what to do, but to try to understand it better and table it until we can better understand what we have and
Would you rather have the 17% approved, or would you rather table it for a month with your new paperwork?
Owners are really anxious on moving in, so, and it's hard for me to say if it's gonna go over 17%, because as I said, we have not made any additional grading. We waited a decision from the board. And,
I mean, we can make a motion to approve or deny what you've submitted, but we can't make another motion based on what you've turned in today or what you think it's gonna be.
okay, I understand, because what I turned in initially is gonna be, it'll be more than 17.
I think we need to table this
Until we know more.
and let the staff and them go back to work on this issue,
Okay,
then bring it back.
is that a motion?
That's a motion.
Okay, do I have a second to table
Second.
this? I have a motion and a second to table this for a month until staff looks at this and we get a better idea. All in favor say aye. Any opposed?
No.
We'll let staff look at it and we'll see you next month.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, the next application is application 214, variance for minimum lot width at the building setback line, section 14-413, 4C, future Sunrise Ridge subdivision, proposed lot 6, 7, 8, 9, 24, 25, 26, and 56, applicant Roy Lamica, EFI Global, property owner, Heritage Land Development Partners, tax map 48, parcel 96, R1S Single Family Residential District. Hi there.
Good afternoon, I'm John Cook, I'm one of the partners of Heritage Land Development Partners, presenting this today. So this is a concept plan design that we designed to meet all the criteria set forth by the city. In the corners, we run into an issue with the lot frontage. So in the corners, when you're making a corner, that 75 feet at building setback line, the building setback line being set at, I believe, 35 feet, makes it very difficult, even though those lots are plenty big enough. Every one of those lots is well over 10,000 square feet. The smallest of the 8 is 10,450, and the largest is 17,970 square feet. So they're all significantly over the minimum 10,000 square feet. But the frontage, there's simply no way to achieve that frontage without making those lots just massively larger. And so we're asking for a variance to reduce that frontage at the 35-foot building setback down to, I think the smallest one is 57.82 as we've got it drawn. The largest one is 69.56 as we have it drawn. I want to point out a couple things that don't show up on this drawing. The building pads, these homes will be a bit smaller than some of our traditional homes that you may be familiar with. These building pads will be 40 feet wide by 60 feet deep. So with a 40 foot, and that's the widest home we'll build is 40 feet. So I know what the premise of a building setback or width of the setback line is to make sure that the homes are spaced well apart. By keeping the homes smaller, they're already gonna be farther apart than would have to be if you did the 75 feet. Because on 75 feet, two 75-foot lots side by side, right now, the building setback, the side setback is 12 feet in the city. 12 and 12 is 24. These homes being only 40 feet wide, they'll actually be 35 feet apart. Okay, so the houses will still be very nicely spaced as we've drawn this, and as we're submitting it in this manner. We do have one other option, but I know it's not presented here. We did present it to planning, and I think it's a really good option as well. The second option that we presented was move the building setback line for these particular lots back, which we're happy to do. Does create longer driveways and some more expense for us, but again, it keeps the lots well within the constraints. And we would just have to move the building setback line back to like 45 feet to 35 feet, and then on all the lots, it creates no issue. We have the 75 feet of frontage on all the lots. So that's the second option. It's not presented here, but that's another option that we came up with that would be perfectly fine with us. I think meets what the goal is of making sure that we have not only the square footage of the lots, but also the spacing between the homes.
So there's no topographical reason for these. This is just to get the lots in there, correct?
It is to get the lots in there, yes. It's simply, just as several others before me, it's a cost constraint. We're trying to hit a price point. If we don't do this, I'm just being candid with you, if we don't do this, we'll lose a lot. If we lose a lot, that means every home in the subdivision goes up probably $3,000 to the end user. So, the purpose of trying to maximize that and getting that lot, this property is actually zoned for more lots, we could do more. But we played with designs, and this is the best design we could come up with, and it, meets all the criteria except for those lots that are in the corners.
Okay, staff, please. I see recommendations.
And we advised the designer that these, the parent track didn't exhibit any abnormal size or configuration or topographical issues that these, I guess, deficiencies of meeting the setback requirements could be met through design.
Okay, without a variance.
Yes.
How many total lots are there?
There are 69 total lots as it's designed. And we did try incorporating, I don't know if he sent those to you or not, we did try incorporating the eyebrow idea. But it doesn't it doesn't work in this instance, because you don't end up with enough space in the left-hand bottom corner. There's not enough space between, when you do that, there's not enough space to get it on, before you get, where you run into the back building setback. It's just an impossibility. So we did try that option, but when he drew it up, and again, I don't know if you provide that to you or not, I'm happy to, but it won't.
Yeah, we didn't receive any other design iterations.
Yeah.
So
Well, he
we'd
drew
be
it up.
happy to review those if you have them.
Yeah, I don't have them with me, but I can provide them to you. But it simply will not, it puts even with that reduced depth house of 60 feet, it puts the back of the house, over the rear setback line.
I know we have a list signed up. Now, this is for the variance. It's not for the subdivision or the lot numbers or any of that. That will be later. We haven't even looked at this plan yet for the plan part. This is just for the variance. So does anybody that's here want to speak? Tammy got elected.
I got voted when we got here. Hi, I'm Sandra.
Sandra,
Got several
sorry.
of you. Yes, I'm here on, I don't know if that works, I don't need it, about it connecting to Grimes Road. The future Sunrise Ridge subdivision connects Grimes Road to bring it through Green Acres subdivision. We already have a lot of traffic there. I don't know if a lot of y'all live in a subdivision, have kids or grandkids, but I've got a 3-year-old grandchild that her grandparents is across the street and I'm one door down, and she can't, it's dangerous for her to get out there. And we have people that walk the dogs, that walk the neighborhood, and it is really dangerous with traffic, and I don't wanna see it increase. A lot of us don't wanna see it. Let's see, I got notes. Okay, I'm also here, I wanna know about the environment it's gonna do to our subdivision. How's it gonna affect us? Our roads,
We've not gotten that far. This is just on the corners.
our roads already, in kind of bad shape, needs to be paved. And that'll increase traffic on it. Let's see. We were curious about the sewage and how to affect it to the utilities. You said you've not got that far yet. Well, the big thing right now is, I know that they've got the land to go into Highway 11. It would be better on our subdivision if we could consider that. It would greatly be appreciated, because like I said, I bet you if I could catch somebody at going from one stop sign to the next, it's like they'd wanna get 60 miles an hour just on my little road. And it's quite dangerous. I've about seen a kid get hit by a go-kart one time. He was on the stop sign at my road, because you can't see for the hills. Anything else, Phil?
It's all about the road. It's all about the
It
road.
is just
It's all about
And,
the road.
and you all are more than welcome to come back when we do look at the plan. But right now, it's just the variance.
Okay.
It's not the entrance or
I'll be
exit or any of
prepared
that. Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you.
Mitch?
How's it going?
Good. How about you?
All right.
On this again.
My name's Mitch Miller, just concerned citizens. It's my understanding the variances are based on hardships. They are, when zoning regulations create an undue hardship on a property owner for special circumstances. And I just wanted to state that I don't see special circumstances here, and that an extra lot or two doesn't necessarily, in my book, constitute a hardship. And I would encourage you to suggest that they follow the rules as the zoning laws of the city of Loudon reflect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anybody else? John, you have anything else?
I mean, not really, no. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with the last gentleman. I'm not here to present some form of hardship by any stretch. I'm simply trying to, produce a subdivision at a price point that that residents can more afford. And if I can get that extra lot, that helps with that. Like I said, if it doesn't, it just gets billed to the other people that do buy in the development. That's just the way development goes.
What price point do you think they'll be at this point?
Right now, we're targeting a price point in the mid to probably 375 price point, and then if they could probably run up to, depending on what folks option into, maybe in the 425 to 430, 435 price point. And these homes are being designed with primarily, with main level, primarily, with upstairs options. But yeah, I'm not trying to present that there's some hardship, I'm presenting the fact that they do meet the size requirement, and I understand the intent of the city and others, not just the city of Loudon, but other cities, that, of the building setback line requirement. But when you get into curves, it makes it almost impossible to not have that lot just become a massive monstrosity. And let's face it, most folks these days don't wanna mow that size lots. Nobody wants, I mean, where I live in Moore City, my lot's nowhere near the size of those lots, and I would not wanna mow that lot. I've had big lots and I've had to mow them, and it's a nightmare, I don't wanna mow them. So what'll end up happening is you'll make them bigger, and then people will not wanna keep them up.
Okay. Any more questions from the board?
Just a quick question. I know someone in the audience mentioned Grimes Road is the exit, but I saw on the plat, is it Georgia Street?
Georgia Street is, yeah, Georgia Street is the exit, yes. It's a straight shot down Georgia Street to Highway 11.
And that's where we got a problem.
But you also have
That's our subdivision.
but there's also one straight to 11, correct? Not that end, it looked like on the map.
There is an additional, yes, I don't know how long it is, it's probably a mile, or more. And it comes in at an angle to the highway, yes. A very hard angle to the highway. That's not
That's
pursuant to
not
this.
what's here today, though.
Gotcha. I was just curious, I heard a discrepancy, so I was just curious.
Any more questions about the variance issue today?
We're all here because we're really worried about Georgia Street.
Right.
We would really like to not have Georgia Street be.
But we're not to that point yet.
Okay.
But it'll come out in the minutes, or the agendas when it comes out again. I have a motion, or a motion for approval of the variance, or to deny the variance.
I'd like to make a statement and I'll make a
Okay.
motion. I really appreciate the turnout from citizens expressing their interest. We're not a political body. We're citizens just like you that are serving on this board. And our mission is to follow the rules established by city councils. In terms of planning regulations, but they go back 25 to 60 years for Loudon. The way to get anything changed is to change those rules, and we don't vote on that. That's your city council. So we have to evaluate things brought before us on a case-by-case basis. I also like not only your expressions in the audience, but I also like the expressions of Mr. Cook. He was thinking of other alternatives. However, those alternatives that he suggested aren't what's written in our rules on the variances. And that's the problem for us as a board. Those are good ideas. Anytime we have a cul-de-sac or a curve, anywhere for other subdivision things, this is a problem. It can be addressed at some future time for everybody's benefit. So residents know what to expect and developers know what to expect. But right now, we have what we have. I'm gonna make a motion that we deny this variance because it doesn't fit that. We do grant variances, and we grant them when there is a hardship. And the hardship is based on something you've seen since you've been at the entire meeting, that we were willing to grant for a variance when the topography dictates that. So I'll stick by the motion I made to deny it just because it doesn't comply with the rules and doesn't have a hardship.
Okay, I have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second, all in approval of denying the variance, say aye. Any opposed?
Glad you spoke up.
Motion carries to deny. Thank you. Okay, any more public comment? Anything from the board? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion adjourned.
Second?
To adjourn.
We're adjourned. Thank you.